Max Verstappen may have suffered a setback in his bid for a first F1 world title after championship rival Lewis Hamilton beat him to the checkered flag at the Qatar Grand Prix, but that didn't stop him from heaping praise on another fellow star who shone in Doha. Aged 24, the Dutchman is among the newer generation of racers in the sport, but he clearly still has a lot of respect for the more experienced people on the paddock. Verstappen would have wanted to win the inaugural Qatar Grand Prix to increase the points advantage he had over Hamilton heading into the race weekend. But the Red Bull ace didn't get his wish, and instead had to settle for second place and the extra point for fastest lap while the seven-time world champion led from start to finish. Despite his post-race claims that he was happy with the result, Verstappen will know it was a missed opportunity to put himself firmly in command of the title race, with his lead being cut to just 8 points with 2 races remaining. And yet the Dutchman was able to put those personal feelings aside and find the time to congratulate Fernando Alonso, who was the other driver standing on the podium in Qatar. It was a first top 3 finish for the 40-year-old in 7 years and more than 100 races, as he crossed the line ahead of Verstappen's Red Bull teammate Sergio Perez to snatch third place. Even though it meant fewer points for his team, Verstappen was full of praise for the job Alonso had done. "It's a shame that Checo didn't make it to the podium today, he scored good points for the team," he said in his post-race quotes released by Red Bull. "I'm also happy for Fernando, we all know how good he is, there's no doubt about that." The 105 race gap between podiums from Alonso sets a new F1 record, and is another good result for Alpine following Esteban Ocon's surprise win at the Hungarian Grand Prix earlier this season. For Alonso, the result brought on a huge sense of relief after 8 races at Ferrari, 77 as a McLaren driver and 19 with Alpine without standing on the rostrum. Obviously a win is a win, so it cannot rank too highly, but it's like finally, the Spaniard said of his achievement. "We were very close in a few occasions, this season, and I was just wondering if I would get one podium again in my career, or not. You never know what is going to happen next year, so I'm happy that we took this one. Let's see if we can keep the momentum now for next year." Meanwhile, Verstappen has called upon his Red Bull colleagues to remain focused on their title charge with just 2 races left in the season. "This weekend has been quite difficult for us as a team and we are still lacking pace," he admitted. "I tried everything I could after the 5-place grid penalty, so to finish in second and score the fastest lap is really good. I had an exciting start and I knew that the first few laps were really important. I had a good launch and I was fairly quickly back into second place. From there I tried to keep the gap small and that worked out quite well. For now, we need to stay focused. There are still 2 races left to go and a lot of things can happen, anything is possible.